first thing we're going to go over is what is combatives and what is not combatives. Combatives is for the street or for the battlefield. It's not for use like in MMA where we're standing and we're both in a fighting stance and we're going to duke this out. That's not it at all. It's not all the MMA guys you see, you know, acting bad in the street, and they're going to stand and they're going to do these kicks and exchange blow for blow or strike for strike. Combatives is more being deceptive, being surprising. The element of surprise is a big part of combatives. Having the element of surprise. I don't want to stand here and box one-on-one with this guy knowing, or if he's a wrestler, I don't want him to grab me and slam me to the ground. You know, I'm a small guy, he's a big guy. Yeah, there's a chance, but I'm going to play it smart. I am not going to go face-to-face with him. And I'm not going to ever let him know that I want to fight him either. I'm going to do it in a way that surprises him, and the surprise is the key element in winning or getting ahead of somebody in the game. And that's what we're going to focus on. So, the first thing we're going to focus on, the biggest thing, is awareness. If you don't get anything out of this class, just making you more aware of your surroundings, the people around you, your environment, their body position, how they walk, how they talk, how they act. Just being aware of your surroundings a little bit more instead of going through nonchalantly and just walking, or you're in your own thing thinking, or playing on your phone nowadays that they do, and they're walking like this or they're talking like this. Just being aware, just looking around. Like when you come into this room, looking at the sight lines, where's the doors, where's the exit, who's in the class, their hands, where John holds his hands. If he's walking up to me, I want to see them. Are they behind his back for some reason? Are they, you know, in his pocket? Does he have a knife on him? Maybe he's got a clip on. Just noticing little things like that can save a lot of time and keep you 90% out of the trouble ahead of time. You just walk the other way. If you see something happen, you see three guys talking to themselves, looking at you over there, well, you know you don't want to walk that way. You just want to move the hell away, okay? Basic awareness skills. The first one we're going to talk about is color codes. And first one is white.
Oh, I come to work today. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Sorry,
You're fine. White. Colonel Jeff Cooper, who is also a military guy, came up with these color codes for people, like conditions. Like you've heard the code red in movies and stuff. That means, oh, the shit has hit the fan. We're going, okay? That's what these are. White means you are oblivious to anything. You are just walking, like I said, in a daze. You're not paying attention. You do not want to be in a white state, as you know, ever, if you're outside or downtown or wherever. If you're in a shady area, you don't even know. You don't want to be in white. But yet, a lot of us are in white when we're doing stuff, grocery shopping, we're putting our packages in our cars and everything, and we're kind of oblivious to our surroundings. But if you could pay a little bit more attention to your sight lines and just what's around you as you're going to your car and have your keys out and everything ready, it might save you a hell of a lot more time, because criminals are opportunistic. They want to prey on somebody that's not paying attention, not aware of what's going on, and they will. The next one is yellow. The yellow condition you definitely want to be in. That is, you're alert, you're noticing everything, you're still relaxed, but your eyes are scanning lightly, just looking, not looking at anything, but still noticing everything around you. Briefly noticing, and just, you're in the moment. You're not oblivious thinking about what am I having for supper or whatnot. You're looking at every person in the room, where their hands are. You're looking at things, you're noticing things on the walls, where the doors are. That's the condition you want to be. It's the condition being switched on. You're always switched on to noticing things. And being in that state will save you a lot of grief in the long run as far as recognizing any potential attacks or situations that are coming up on you. A lot of times you hear the people say, someone that was attacked said, Well, I really didn't see him there. I didn't see him. He just came up and hit me. Well, no, he just didn't come up and hit you. You were oblivious. You didn't notice him stand. He had to be there somehow. He had to have walked up here at some point for you. You just did not notice him. He was there. Your awareness was down. You weren't switched on. You were switched off. So if you're switched on, if he was switched on a little more, he would have seen it coming. At least the guy walking up to him and would have had a chance to do something. Okay? Orange is you've already noticed something weird and you're hooked onto it. Something is not right. You notice something is not right. It's your gut feeling or something. But something is out of place in this scene. And you're focusing. Now you're really aware on something. That's an alarm state kind of. It's like, what the heck's going on? And I'll show you these in a minute with John. And then obviously the last one, well, let's put orange. And then the last one is red. Red is when the poop hits the fan. You're in it. He's in your face, you're in it. He might have pushed you, bumped you, you're in it. You're there. Okay? You have to be here. And even to think, to be aware of him coming up to you, to be in this state is where you make all your decisions to do anything at all, before you can even do anything. If you're oblivious from here to here, you're going to be saying, I didn't see him, he just came up and hit me. From out of nowhere he came. You know, that's the thing. From out of nowhere the car came and hit me, you know. Okay? So this is where you have to be switched on. Okay? Now, this also gets into more scientific things. A guy by the name of Colonel John Boyd, it was for aircraft jet fighters, came up with the OODA loop. And this goes hand in hand with this color code, which is O-O-D-A, OODA. Okay? The first one is to observe. And sorry about my bad handwriting, and if my spelling's bad. Observe. That means the same thing. You're in code yellow. You're observing. They go hand in hand. Yellow, observe. You're observing your surroundings and everything that we talked about already. The next step is you're orienting. Orient. So you're orienting, that means you're actually really focusing on something at this point. You're looking at something for some reason. Something's got your attention. Like, out of the peripheral of my eye, John's walking up on me. I notice that. I'm orienting. At this point, the next thing I have to do is decide what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. And actually, I didn't do this in the right way it's supposed to be. It's a big loop. That's why they call it an OODA loop. Okay? This is observe, this is orient, and this is decide. This is where, from here to here is where you have to decide your planning on what you're going to do. Whether you're going to, see what this guy is all about, keep him at a distance. This is where your planning stage is. So you have to orient. But again, you have to be in yellow. And observe first, or else he's going to be on you and you're not going to know what you're doing. Okay? The last one is you're going to act, which is your code red. You're going to act on the situation. Okay? So, you're going to carry out what your decision is on this, your planning. This is where you would plan, and that's not a lot of time. This is a big loop from here all the way. And you do this every day, believe it or not. You're always doing it. Subconsciously, you're doing it. You're probably doing it right now. I mean, it's not something you have to learn to do. You do it subconsciously. But the problem is you need to speed it up more. And you could speed it up by being in yellow more, being alert, being more aware of your surroundings, speeds up the cycle. It's always cycling. Now, your thing is you want to speed the cycle up faster than the criminal's coming up to you is the key. So the faster you get through this, observe, orient, and decide, the quicker you can act. And that's the key. Acting first. Whatever it is, whether it's running, whether it's escaping, whether it's pushing him out of the way, fight or flight, you want to act right as soon as possible, okay? So the faster you can go through this loop and these colors, the better off you're going to be in a situation, just to give you the mindset and the awareness for this. I know it's kind of scientific, but you do it all the time. You just have to be more aware of your surroundings, what it comes down to. I'm just breaking it down for you. Staying switched on, pre-indicators, like I said, John's coming up to me, I'm thinking I have to, oh, I'm watching his hands, where his hands are, I'm watching how he's walking, I'm watching his head movement, I'm watching his body movement, I'm thinking, why is he coming up to me? If I go this way, is he gonna like cut on me, and how he's reacting, okay? Trust your gut feeling. A lot of times your gut feeling is correct. Trust your gut feeling, okay?